Okay, so have you ever stopped to think that one of the most important things for your health after 50 might already be sitting in your fridge? I know, sounds like a stretch. But stick with me, because I'm going to walk you through a simple combination, cheap, easy to make, that could change how your blood actually circulates. And beyond that, I'm going to share the 4 pillars that hold up a strong, energized, independent life after 50. But first, let me ask you something. Be honest with yourself here. Do you wake up with the energy you had 20 years ago? Can you climb a flight of stairs without your heart pounding harder than it should? Or do you hit mid-afternoon already running on empty? Not really sure why. If you nodded to any of that, stay with me, because what's coming next could be exactly what you needed to hear. Your circulation is one of the most important systems in your entire body. It carries oxygen to every cell, nutrients to where they need to go, and clears out the waste your body doesn't need. When it works well, your whole body works well. When it starts slipping, the signs show up everywhere. Cold hands and feet, constant fatigue, leg pain, tingling, high blood pressure, that nagging feeling that something's off but you can't quite name it. And here's something most people don't know. After 50, circulation naturally starts losing efficiency. Blood vessel walls get a little stiffer, and nitric oxide, the compound that helps vessels relax and let blood flow more freely, starts to decline. But here's the thing, that's not a life sentence. It doesn't mean you're stuck. And that's exactly where this juice comes in, except most people only know half the recipe. And once you add the right ingredients, everything changes. Hold on to that thought, because later on, I'll show you the one nutrient that ties this whole thing together, the juice, your diet, and your vascular health as a whole. So let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through each ingredient in this combination, why it works, what the research actually shows, and how they all fit together. But that's not the whole story. Because health after 50 isn't just about one juice, no matter how good it is. There are 4 pillars that hold everything up. And the last one, it connects back to this juice in a way that might surprise you. Let's start with ingredient number 1, and honestly, you probably already have it. Beets. You've probably heard of them, maybe even had beet juice before. But here's what most people don't realize, why beets are actually special for circulation. Beets are rich in nitrates. And when those nitrates enter your body, something interesting happens. Bacteria in your mouth convert nitrate into nitrite. And once that nitrite hits your bloodstream, it becomes nitric oxide. Remember nitric oxide? It relaxes the muscle lining your blood vessels and helps them widen naturally. Researchers at the University of Exeter found something pretty striking. When older adults drank beet juice twice a day for 2 weeks, their blood pressure dropped. That effect wasn't seen in younger participants. Other studies show modest, but consistent, drops in blood pressure with regular use. Linda, 67, started drinking a simple beet juice every morning. Within a few weeks, she told her daughter her feet didn't feel ice cold all day anymore. Coincidence? Maybe. But the science actually backs it up. Now, beets alone are just the start, because there's another ingredient that takes this even further, and almost nobody connects it to circulation. Ginger. This humble little root contains something called gingerol, and gingerol has a direct effect on circulation. It helps keep blood platelets from clumping together too much, which matters more as we age, because blood naturally gets a bit thicker and clot risk goes up. And there's more. Ginger warms the body from the inside. It stimulates circulation out to your extremities, your hands, your feet. Mike, 72, always complained about cold feet, even under thick blankets. After adding ginger to his morning juice, he noticed a difference within a few weeks. And ginger also has a vasodilating effect, which works right alongside what the beets are already doing. Beets plus ginger. That's already a powerful duo. But there's a third ingredient most people would never connect to circulation. And honestly, this is the one that sets this whole recipe apart. Turmeric. It contains curcumin, a compound that's been studied in hundreds of research papers over the past couple decades. Curcumin acts directly on the inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium. As we age, that lining naturally starts to wear down, partly because of low-grade chronic inflammation, which is pretty much universal after 60. And curcumin is one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatories out there. But here's the catch, and this is where most people get it wrong. On its own, curcumin is poorly absorbed. Most of it just passes through your system without doing much. The fix: a pinch of black pepper. Research shows that piperine, the active compound in black pepper, significantly boosts curcumin absorption. The taste barely changes, but the effect changes a lot. So here's the full recipe: beets, ginger, turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. 4 simple, cheap ingredients you can find at any grocery store. And together, They create an effect that none of them could pull off alone. Now, I want to go beyond the juice for a second, because that's only part of the story. The first pillar that holds all of this up is movement. I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but let me put it differently. Research suggests that for a number of chronic conditions, exercise can have effects comparable to medication, especially when it comes to heart health, type 2 diabetes, and fall prevention. And here's the part I love most. It's never too late to start. Studies show that people who start exercising at 70, 80, even 90 gain real strength, balance, bone density. The body responds to movement, no matter your age. You don't need a gym. A 30-minute walk a day makes a real difference. If walking is tough, water-based exercise helps. The water takes pressure off your joints. And if mobility is really limited, even gentle stretching in bed counts. The second pillar is nutrition, and I want to go beyond the basics here. After 50, your body absorbs nutrients differently, and two of them deserve special attention. Vitamin D research suggests that more than half of adults over 50 have some degree of deficiency. And it's not just a vitamin. It functions almost like a hormone, affecting hundreds of processes in your body. Low levels are linked to weaker bones, higher fall risk, and even cardiovascular health. And vitamin B12. Studies indicate that somewhere between 10 and 15% of people over 60 have some degree of deficiency because the stomach produces less acid as we age, making it harder to absorb. And here's the dangerous part. The symptoms, fatigue, tingling, brain fog, often just get written off as normal aging, when, most of the time, they're actually treatable. Now, remember I promised to tie this all back to our juice with one final nutrient. We're almost there. Because there's one nutrient that connects everything, your diet, your circulation, and even that juice we talked about. But before we get there, let me know in the comments. Have you, or someone in your family, dealt with any of these circulation signs? I read every comment, and it genuinely helps me make better videos for you. The third pillar is sleep, and honestly, it might be the most underrated of all of them. During deep sleep, your brain literally clears out waste that builds up during the day. Your heart slows down and recovers. Your immune system recharges. But as we age, melatonin, the sleep hormone, naturally starts to decline after 50. Sleep gets shorter, more fragmented, less deep. And the effects go way beyond just feeling tired, higher cardiovascular risk, worse cognitive function, a weaker immune system. The good news: there are simple ways to improve this. And here's an interesting connection. When circulation improves, sleep often improves too. A cycle that feeds itself. In a good way, this time. The fourth pillar is emotional health. And I want to be real with you here. Loneliness is basically a silent epidemic among older adults. And research suggests that social isolation carries health risks comparable to smoking. Researchers who followed people for decades found something surprising. The quality of our relationships is one of the biggest factors in how well we age. Bigger, even, than diet or exercise on their own. Isolation chronically raises cortisol, your stress hormone. And long-term high cortisol contributes to inflammation, high blood pressure, and a weaker immune system. Relationships do the opposite. They activate your brain's reward system, lower cortisol, and strengthen immunity. So, staying connected, joining groups, having a sense of purpose. That's not just nice to have. That's prevention. That's medicine. And now, the nutrient I promised. It's called vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 activates a protein that directs calcium to where it actually belongs, your bones, and keeps it away from where it shouldn't be, your artery walls. When calcium builds up in your arteries, they get stiffer. That's called vascular calcification. Research suggests vitamin K2 helps activate a protein called MGP, which acts like a guardian against that process. You'll find vitamin K2 in fermented foods, aged cheeses, and egg yolks from free-range chickens. And when you add that into the picture, alongside the beet, ginger, and turmeric juice, you've got an approach that covers multiple angles of vascular health at once. So here's the practical recipe. Try this tomorrow morning. 1 medium beet, peeled and chopped. A small piece of fresh ginger, peeled. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. And a small pinch of black pepper. Blend it all with a cup of water. Or fresh orange juice, which adds flavor and also helps your body absorb the iron from the beet. Ideally, drink it on an empty stomach or shortly before a walk. That's when your blood vessels respond best. And remember, consistency is everything. Research suggests benefits start showing up somewhere between 7 and 14 days of regular use, building from there. Don't expect a miracle on day 1. Expect something gradual, but real. Alright, quick recap. The juice. beets, ginger, turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. Simple, cheap, easy to make. And the 4 pillars: movement. Even a short daily walk counts. Nutrition, keep an eye on vitamin D, B12, and protein. Sleep, because that's when your body repairs itself. And connection, because relationships really are part of your health. You made it this far. And honestly, that says a lot about you. Someone who cares about their health, and probably about the people they love too. This channel is for educational purposes only and doesn't replace medical advice. Always talk to a qualified professional before making changes to your health, diet, or lifestyle. If this video helped you in any way, drop a like, leave a comment about what stood out to you most, and subscribe. New content like this drops every week. Take care of yourself. See you in the next one.